really good pick. When you're running into a Terrorblade and you don't have AoE damage, fix it. Else he will win the
up.
around the teams, right? Because last game, if it went late game, you couldn't really see OB winning it. Now, for me, it's the other way around. The amount of late game on the Radiant side is absolutely disgusting compared to the Dire.
Yeah, if they can hit that perfect black hole, probably at any stage they get a shot, but just sitting it at a certain point, it's so tough against the crowd. We may have a level 1 clash. We'll try to introduce our teams here while we wait for it, shall we? When your Kunkka DD about to walk up the hill as the Void. VG in position. Are they gonna do it? Oh, he pokes his head up, 5 heroes waiting for him. Now the burrow strike, that's gonna actually dodge through the arrow, it looks like, of FY, but well, will the follow-up matter? DD forced back. Nobody dies, but they forced out Shota's metamorphosis, so he won't have this for a decent chunk of that early laning stage.
And this is the longest cooldown non-ultimate in the game by a long stretch. I think the second highest one is Tombstone with 60 seconds, and this one's 140. I like to think of Terrorblade as a hero that has 2 illusions, or 2 ultimates rather. Both Metamorphosis and Sunder, incredibly long cooldown on level 1. Sunder scales a lot better towards later on, but it's an ultimate that a lot of Terrorblades, at least in pub games, don't even skill on level 6, because it's so extremely situational and you don't want to get him close in the first place, but in this kind of game,
FY. He picked up a double damage, but he's tanked an arrow from Long DD. That skirmish for the rune off the bat, ending poorly for Vici Gaming. And of all heroes to feed a first blood sind, they fed it to a Void.
Side laners for Vici Gaming, there's pretty much no one who will survive the gank of Disruption into Arrow. Sand King can potentially avoid it, but everyone else will die. And that's kind of a luxury to have when you're playing the support duo, because often you're playing against 1 or 2 heroes who have, like, let's say something like a Time Walk on a Void, or, you know, some sort of invisibility skill or whatever, but there is nothing on the Dire. Although what they did give Ice a little bit of space. He did start in the off lane. I think he might change his mind soon.
Yeah, for the time being, he's sending those conversions in to just kind of harass and annoy 820, but these supports are not particularly level dependent, so I do kind of agree with you that there's a decent chance we'll see him leave this lane. For now, though, he's trying to slow down Joe, and well, he is hanging around. I also want to point out that the Void made an effort not just to go, he walked up into the enemy jungle, he boarded off the standard stack spot for the Sand King, and then he even went the extra step of body blocking this camp as well. So he's been very hell-bent on just slowing down the FY Blink Dagger early on, and now he'll start to enter the lane, get his experiences. The bottom lane actually does get pushed in thanks to those denies, so it looks like Ice will get a lot of early experience here, but has to be careful of that Reflection into Disruption combo. They're wrapping around the Mirana. If they just get arranged for that initial slow, he's done for. But not going to find the opening. Maybe they're worried about it.
Actually, the conversions are there.
Yeah, the body block, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good... It's actually a good call from Moby, my bad. They need to wait for the conversions to be gone. Ice will easily block the arrow with those, so...
Even Super's coming.
On the contrary, nice player, but Long DD doesn't have leap, he's dead.
It's a level 1 Mirana. Bad disruption. 820 gonna disrupt him, but Ice comes in, will flank him down. He just stops moving and gets Valve stuff, but they might lose 820 as well. So these tower auto attacks, he doesn't have a salve, no HP regen, no disruption. 2 kills fed away to a roaming Viper.
Great rotation from Victor to make a call. Moving to that bottom lane, very, very nicely done.
And they did see it with the sword.
This puts Ice in an incredibly good position. Not only has he not died for the first 3 minutes, but he's now level 4, and he got all the experience for that Shadow Demon kill as well, so he's looking really good. The small opportunity that OB had to make the kill on the Enigma, they didn't take the chance until the conversions were out, and then when they were, they couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, DD, he wanted the time walk out, backtracks the stomp, but not the double edge. Needed to backtrack both there, so he'll end up going down. I do want to point out on this top lane, since we were just looking at it, that Black is already at 14 denies. Your Void is only level 2 despite getting the first blood. And well, it was the first blood at the 0 minute mark, I guess, so
He's
would have got
shut down
experience,
really hard,
but he's
because
getting shut down.
the fact is, he kind of can't go to the last hit, to the free wave to last hit. If he goes in, there's a risk he gets silenced by Skywrath, and then he gets burrow struck, and then he's dead with the combo, exactly like we saw there. Like you said, he even got a little bit lucky, but still didn't survive it, so...
They're going in for disruption. Well, can't get in range. Good awareness from Super, and just really hanging back, because Ice will probably feel like he can get more aggressive. Super is going to leave the lane and head to pick up a bounty rune. He'll claim it. He walks back into a long DD. There is a disruption arrow, but they need that third hero to get this kill. And without it, they'll just be forced back. So just looking at the Sand King status right now, Synth, there's only this cap that's been stacked. Go jungle, but he's level 5 against the Tri-Lane. Finally they get the disruption, but Conversion's in position to body block this. Not an easy kill, to slow away. You know, mid lane, the Kunka will go down to a roam from Fenrir. Oh my goodness. Even with the Tri-Lane, they still can't get clean kills.
I think full health to conversions alone. There was no Malefics even being used for Ice there. That's just flat out misplay there, and pretty unfortunate because OB just got the exact gank they needed in this bottom lane, but giving Ice that bit of gold back is, yeah, kind of makes it a waste of time almost. Arrow, not gonna land.
Compare these offlaners. Ice is level 5.5, and he's also slowing down the Terrorblade. He's only got 28 CS. Your offlane Void, who got first blood, is 3-0 for CS, and he's level. He's level 3 right now, about to hit 4. And he's not even shutting down the Centaur, who's 33 at 26. So that offlane Enigma, it seems to be just such a reliable hero when Ice's hands.
It's going to be level 6 at 6 minutes in the offlane, which is really good. Could have had the same amount of experience in jungle, and more gold, I think. But it's probably worth just the amount of focus he's taken from the Radiant. The thing is, if you abandon the offline, you go into the jungle, the enemy supports obviously don't even need to deal with you, and then they could have roamed other lanes. And even though Ice has died once down here, the trade-off has easily favored him in comparison to going jungle. And he's also preventing Terrorblade from getting complete free farm. Enigma is actually extremely good against solo heroes. A hero like Terrorblade can't stand against him one-on-one in lane, so if they don't move the supports down here again, he's gonna lose the lane.
Yeah, for now CS is not that great.
Denies as well, and as well.
No, that's impressive. Meanwhile, Sankate has finally started to stack. They've got 3 points in X. They can go in on Super, but backup may be coming soon. Boat to fly through as well. It's a big one, but the follow-up isn't there. Even with the double damage, Soulcatcher only now used very late into the engagement. Stampede now can turn this. FY charging forward. Who's he going to go for? On to 820. The Viper back into the fray. Disrupted and held in position for a time, but well, even through that, he'll end up going down afterwards. Another cleave attempted. Super still surviving. Black will just continue to farm that top lane out. So they lose their Shadow Demon. They commit a lot, and once again, just fall short.
It looks like today so far just looks like Vici Gaming is on a different tier, and I think it's what we expected, that they were the favorites, but still not the best showing from OB. I think their early game support performances in this game and the previous one kind of left something to be desired. They've made a couple of misplays, they haven't really been effective enough. They found 2 kills in 7 minutes with a Shadow Demon Mirana against arguably a lineup that should be really easy to gank in multiple lanes, but just haven't really accomplished that much, and as a result, they've lost all 3 lanes, I want to say. Yes, Terrorblade's getting good farm, but compared to how I feel like this lane could have gone, I want to call it a 3-lane win for Vici Gaming. They're ahead by almost 4,000 gold and 3k experience 7 minutes in. That's generally... I don't have an exact stat for this, but just off the top of my head, I feel like it's very rare that teams come back, even from a lead at this point. I think it's like maybe an 80% or more win rate with this kind of start, so they really have their work cut out for that.
Yeah, and they're about to get the big item, the Blink Dagger on the Centaur. To go along with that, FY, despite this camp being blocked off early, he made the best of it. He stacked this one, and now he can farm it. Again, this I think is the second time that he's farmed this camp. We saw him doing it earlier. And with this going down, he's going to be very close to his own Blink, about to get his Epicenter online too. And this is despite the Void's manually body blocking one camp, Sentry Warding another. FY just finding his farm regardless. And you have to expect Vici Gaming will be very aggressive as soon as Black grabs his Blink. and the Sand King picks his own up. So it's not just that they have the good starts in, but they have items coming which will allow them to make uses. As they go in mid lane on Shelly, boat to try and keep himself alive, but Viper just keeps on pounding away at him. Manages to plink him down, and Super gets a nice kill there in the mid.
Centaur Blink stun. Malefice is even pretty decent when it gets leveled up. Ice currently is level 2, but it's a 1-second stun on level 4, which is enough to land a fairly good Mystic Flare. And even the Viper Strike with that slow.
Caught up top lane. Silence can follow this. Yeah, they'll stampede in, and then they'll follow up with a double edge just to make sure they get that kill. The death of the offlane Void. He has managed to hit level 6, and he's not just running X into Tort, into boat, everything for Super, and it's enough to get the kill. A much needed kill for them.
They had Spears of proven, I think. I'm pretty sure TD was level 5 or level 6 when he came in there. Just the level 7 now, so. Yeah. At least one return kill going the way of OB. They definitely need this right now, and if they... I think the way to play this game for them right now is they still have, I think, a couple of smokes actually. They have one on Nirvana, they have one restocking in 20 seconds, and just getting 1 or 2 crucial kills right now will buy them some time. And Terrorblade is still a great pick in this game. I still consider mainly Sand King his opponent, and although he will have his blink now at 10 minutes, Sand King will not be able to deal with Terrorblade on his own in a 40-minute game, for example. So they need to buy time and get him there, and I think getting just a couple of key ganks early on will at least secure them a little bit of, at least a couple of minutes, I want to say, with a couple of kills to get Joe to where he needs to go.
Yeah, so basically buy him some breathing room, it sounds like. Well, we'll see if they can get that. Breathing room is going to become a rare commodity from my point of view with these double blinks. Not to mention Fenrir, who's about to level 7 on that support Scarab Mage. He's really had a powerful start this game. And your Sand King is getting his levels as well. Whereas you look at these Radiant supports, both of them only level 5. Now you see FY Sand King gets the level 3 burrow. He did go back for the 3rd point in Sandstorm, making his jungle more efficient. But we'll delay the max rank burrow. We'll see if they jump 820 here. And if they get this kill, Sin, they've got an Enigma position to take a tower. But meanwhile, mid lane, there's been a Chronosphere onto Super. He's gone for a Vitality Booster. Not sure if that's enough to tank up through all this damage. Ice just seconds late. He kept up the Black Hole, but there's 0 backup. He's probably going to pay for this as well. X was used right as the Stampede comes out, but he's going back into Terrorblade's damage. Oh, the timing not quite right for the torch. Still DD. Ty walks in, instant stun with the bash. Now the turn can come. Black in, epicenter through, and White connects on 2. OB possibly losing 3. Leap out for long. DD trying to run. There's no Pearl Mod, but there is a blink. There is some auto text. Long range double edge secures that kill. A 3 for 2 exchange in the end.
Melee range.
Yeah, questionable.
A great call from Vici though. I really like that they chose to go for that fight. That's for sure. Even going for it after the backtracking the double edge seemed like a risky play, but...
Meanwhile, Shadow Demon just gets dominated by this Skywrath Mage Viper duo mid lane. All I needed was the Ancient Seal and a couple of auto attacks. Down will go, and now Vici look to push this lane in. They are still building towards the mech. The Buckler recipe picked up. The headdress now online. And we're just going to see these heroes tank up, it seems, as far as your cores go for Vici. They've got their blinks. Now they just want to be able to 5-man, take fights, and then take towers after that. And we'll see FY and Black smoking up, heading straight down the bottom lane. I think there'll be a hunting for Zhou, who is keeping his farm up Sind and now pulling very far ahead. He was once getting out-farmed in lane by the Centaur, but now he's a solid 30 CS up, so not someone they want to leave unchecked.
Yep, and they won't.
Oh, choke. Oh, that's not good. Burrow straight comes through from FY. Stop, double edge. Can he get off of the ult? No chance. Didn't have mana for it anyway.
It's really expensive on level 1. It's a 200 mana ability. Which I think is also the reason a lot of players elect to not get it early on, because most of the time one mana. Oh, good chrono from DD.
Torrent, and the boat can follow this up. The boat was held quite a long time, but perfectly timed. We'll secure them that second kill. And that's well worth it. You lose your Terrorblade. Still a good overall trade, and they jump in further, looking for a super hit to get the bash again. DD, he does have a level 3 bash, so that's to be expected to some extent. Disruption, turning around in the nick of time to save him from the Mystic Flare. The nuke was used on the wrong hero by Fender, but he gets off one more. Will there be a backtrack? Backtrack.
Gamble it? He is gonna gamble. He could have suicided to the neutrals.
No
RNG there.
Oh, yeah, they got the Scarf Mage killed him as well. So. Surviving, this TV's out of control, they need to shut him down. He gets a double kill. Call behind the tower, he does have his ulti, but he's got nobody to use it on, can't get it range. Silenced at the final hour, he'll end up going down. They lose 2 of their key heroes there in the end. Xiaowei will escape. And a big swing there. Overall, still favoring the Radiant pretty heavily.
They just managed to pull back this game completely. Just when they needed it, they really stepped up their rotations and their teamwork here. Especially the Chronospheres and the boats from Xiaowei here have been really on point, and now I'm starting to worry a little bit for Vici Gaming. They had such a great start. Now that it's pulled back to 0, and Joe is starting to find some really good form in the Terrorblade, they kind of have a clock ticking here. And one thing they could do is try to get Roche, but they don't have Medallion, and just with Enigma and with the new Roshan Pit, I think it's difficult. This is what you would usually do in 6-8-1, but at this point it's a too risky play, and if you look at the Radiant lineup, if you get caught in the pit by this combo, your whole team is just gone. So they're probably going to try to play it safe here, and get especially the mech on Ice Ice Ice, I think is the biggest item pickup they can get right now. This is a 16-minute mech. And we're starting to see the price they've paid for not putting in jungle here. He kind of had to go from treads in the lane, he felt.
FY, he whipped his Burrow Streak, he's got caught in the Chrono now as well. Only hit an illusion, FY with a rare miscue as the boat smashes the face of Super onto the planet. They blast him away. Now they look for more on Fenrir. He's been next, he'll be pulled back in. Epi still pulling down, can't even use that. It's a great Burrow from FY. That time hitting 4 heroes. They'll still lose those guys' mates. So far 2 for 1, now making it 2 for 2. Ice 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 casually strutting through. Now a 2 for 3. Vici Gaming. He's isolated along TD, but has no backup for this. And there is. Yeah, does he? Oh, he does have the mono with the stick charges. They're chasing. Arrow though, not enough to keep him out. Couple auto attacks. Ice 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 should arrive just in time at the Malphus, and it will go the way of F. Nope, leap. Okay, one more Malphus tick, just enough damage. So in the end, it does go the way of Vici, but tower went down for the Radiant. Did you see if it was denied? I don't think it was.
Not sure, but that was such a close play by FY and Fenrir. I want to point that out. They were 2 against 4 pretty much right there. Get a 3 or 4 man stun from FY, and the follow-up, the perfect Mystic Flare on, I think it hit Terrorblade only, and because of that he was actually taken down there, and that kind of set the pace for the fight, for the comeback there from Vici. So playing really well under pressure here. They've pulled a lot of it back now. And we'll see now with the mech on Ice 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 and Super picking up a cloak. I think their teamfight just got a hell of a lot stronger. There's much more pressure when the fights break out on OB to execute their combo perfectly, because I think if you just do a decent one right now, you're not going to kill any of these heroes anymore with a mech and a cloak on the Viper. Not
to mention, as soon as the Chrono ends, you can just stampede them away, unless there's an X to pull them back. So Vici Gaming had that reset option, and they will smoke now. They dropped a sentry just to ensure that there's no observer ward in the lane, and there's not. And they'll make their way down towards the bottom rim. They can grab a bounty in here, won't be spotted by the Radiant. Nice 86 gold into FY's pockets. He is building towards an accent, where you sometimes just see the Veil as that first big safety on our 4 step, but after the blink.
Oh, here we go.
Wait, 2 hero burrow. The follow-up stop. Mystic Flare's there, dropping the blow. Brady 1 down, long DD. He'll kill it off on the outskirts of this. The boat comes through. ISSA still had Black Hole, and he'll use it on DD. The crit goes Xiaowei, potentially turning this fight around in the other direction. They try to deal with Super on 2 hero torn. Xiaowei with the big plays, but an even bigger 2 hero burrow from FY comes in again. They're gonna lose 4, make it 5, and that was a dieback from the Shadow Demon as well. 6 in the end.
6 for 2 overall. Really crisp for each game. The opening there from once again Fenrir and FY with the burrow strike, Mystic Player combination, just get 2 kills right off the bat. And even though it's a great turnaround from the Radiant, they don't have enough oomph when they've lost 2 heroes right in the start. They basically turned around and fought a 3 versus 5 and almost managed with the buyback, but this is incredibly expensive right now. And I think we're reaching the point now where $7,800, almost $7,900 net worth. He's the most farmed hero on his team, and he's not far off the enemy terribly. This is, in theory, a 4-position Sand King. FY has just gotten enormous this game, and we're actually going to see a next for him, assuming he wants to complete it. Hell, maybe he should go Scotty and go for the carry Sand King. I'm wondering what the reasoning is for getting this over Veil, because you see in most cases that Sand Kings will prefer Veil. If you do the math, it makes your ultimate way more potent than the Axe upgrade. You simply do more damage, but of course the Axe gives some really good stats as well, so you can make an argument for both sides, or for both builds rather, and I personally think Veil would have probably been better here, because it's not just about Sand King, it's about his team, and he actually amplifies a lot of their abilities with Veil too. Viper has a lot of magic damage, Earth is a no-brainer, Sandfur as well. Hell, even Enigma has some good magic damage, so... But he is going for that, I think maybe he gets both, honestly.
Are they gonna jump top lane now? The arrow didn't connect, and they're just sieging the tower for the time being. That Terrorblade really laying into the tier 2 top, and willing to fall. Denied by the Viper though, but Super may pay for this. He's trapped on the Chrono, Stomp comes through, connects on 2, is it enough? Blinking as well from the Enigma, popping his mech, it's still not quite sufficient to save Super. No Black Hole for a few seconds, and with that, they'll try to stagger the retreat. F4 out of Mud, doesn't have an X Burrow Strike, there's a Time Walk into the trees, DD now going for the TP out, force that, Stomp is there, great awareness for Black, predicting that movement perfectly, and able to finish him up, but they're not done. FY will find more. He Burrow Strikes through, killing off. He's starting to really pull ahead of his team. 9K net worth to the he's not a 4 position any longer, so this is officially a hard carry Sand King. Blink in, the Burrow Strike's there, he sets up another. Look, he's just picking them off. 820 has no respect for him. Shows himself on the high ground, lets FY walk up to him. And just gets... Oh, now FY did kind of use the tree line here, so it wasn't super obvious that he was coming, but... he's just picking them apart.
The Manta style has been completed for Joe here, so that's an important to make these kind of mistakes. They're too good for this, to be honest. I'm really surprised to see it. I mean, it might be the old boys, but the dementia here is really too strong in that team. That's
have
kind
some-
of unbearable. To be honest.
They have some great new treatments for Alzheimer's soon, so
Yeah.
hopefully those will be provided soon to the old boys. They have the money for it, between Joe's TI2 victory and, well, especially Xiaoi's TI4. He should be able to fund the entire team's medical treatment.
Might want to grab some of those mats, but yeah, they just lost. It's tier 2 stopped.
Always ready. They had this entry in the lane. They just can't catch a break. The boat will connect on 2. Black Hole is there though. Ice leaving power with his blink dagger right past the boat. Now the Ebby can come through. Goes on to 820. That's all he gets is he's disrupted, but no animation for it. Then Burrows third finishes off Long needing a double kill for FY. Man, that damage with the extra pulse is too much. 4 dead. Peachy Gaming. It might be over soon. Honestly. They've got the late game.
To think about how OB were starting to pull back after they got a good fight, then they got the tier 2 top that they sacrificed 2 heroes for, but in the last 3 minutes they've sacrificed 8 heroes and 2 towers. And, you know, to be bluntly honest, the first kill was okay, right? The boy got caught out, and then they kept falling for the same trick 3 times, then they lost their tier 2. And I don't want to say they fell for the same trick in the top lane, because they were actually undercover. The protection was there. And they lost even more. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they kind of are falling for the same trick at this point. FI just keeps running with Blink Dagger. If he doesn't even have a force staff and just jumping them. Oh my goodness. He ends this game as the most farmed hero in the game. A jungle Sand King who roamed a lot early. His jungle was warded as well, mind you. He was not able to stack his big camp. His Blink Dagger was still at a good time. He ends this game the most farmed, probably the most leveled as well. Yeah, level 17 Sand King. He wins every category outside of kills. He's one short of Black Centaur, who was KSing as he has half the assists of FY.
Yeah, he also had the least denies on his team and less last hits than me.
Okay, never mind. FY. Terrible. Absolutely
pretty
terrible.
outstanding performance from FY in this game.